the risk factors, number one on the list, cigarette smoking. I have talked about cigarette smoking multiple times, and I've told you that cigarette smoking is involved in over 98% of health conditions. Oh, cigarette smoking is crazy. But you can't listen, right? You even say, I am addicted to cigarettes, I can't help it. Find a solution, bro. Now, you call it them electronic cigarettes, the vape, right? You think smoking shisha until moshi inatokea kwa masikio na mapua and all the orifices is having fun, right? You want to smoke the shisha pot all night long because you know what? I am having fun. Yeah? Yeah? So you want to go that direction. Cigarette smoking is number one. So if you drop cigarettes, you're actually safe in most conditions. So let me tell you something about this cigarette smoking. Because cigarettes, the smoke, the nicotine, the issues, the radicals that come with that smoke can actually turn on several genes in your system. And they will not turn them off. And the weird part is you can smoke cigarettes for 30 years and then you stop. And then after 15 years, you're diagnosed with cancer. And then you're wondering, lakini siniacha kuvuta sigara 15 years ago. You did not. So listen, there's something called pack years. Pack years is basically how much you've smoked over a certain period of time. For example, there's a formula to actually calculate this. If you've been smoking 20 cigarettes every day, and I want us to try this, so you've been smoking 20 cigarettes every single day. The formula for calculating the pack years, because when the pack years are above 30, of course, you have a risk of getting lung cancer. You even have a risk of getting other cancers, and then lung cancer comes secondary to those other cancers, like the liver cancer, like the brain cancer, the rectal cancer, or the colorectal cancer, the breast cancer. All of them, cigarette smoking is actually linked to it. So pack years, you simply take the number of cigarettes that you've been smoking every single day, and then you divide by 20. And then you multiply that by the number of years that you've smoked. So why are we dividing it by 20? It's because we are calculating pack years. Pack years, the pack. So a pack of cigarettes has 20 cigarettes inside. So pack years, you're taking the number of cigarettes that you smoke on a daily basis. So if you're smoking 20 cigarettes in a day, let's say 20 or 30, let's use 30. So I want you to try and calculate this. So you do 30, the number of cigarettes that you smoke in a day, over the number of cigarettes in one pack, which is 20. If your pack is 25 cigarettes, divide by 25, but the constant is 20. So you have now the number of cigarettes that you smoke on a daily basis over the pack, the number of cigarettes in one pack, that is 20. And then you multiply by the number of years that you've been smoking. So let's try this. You've smoked 20 cigarettes every single day for 35 years. What do you think is the number of pack years? So you simply divide 20 by 20 and then you multiply by 35. That gives you 35 pack years. 35 pack years. That is the answer. Don't just write 35. If you write 35, where is the 35 what? Cows? You know those mean teachers, right? 35 what? Were they cows? Were they goats? What are you calculating? Now he gives you half a mark. And now you have 49 and you need 50. Yeah, that way. Now you failed. Okay, so you must write 35 pack years. Okay, good. So now we have 35 pack years. And everybody who has over 30 pack years must be screened for lung cancer. If you have over 30 years of pack years, be sure, wewe, direct ticket, you must be screened for lung cancer because you're already highly exposed. Mona. So this is a high risk factor. So risk factor number one is cigarette smoking, and the highest risk factor is having a pack year of above 30. 30 and above, very much trouble. Number two, there are people who work in mines and they inhale a lot of gases in the mines, whether a gold mine or the coal mine, they inhale a lot of gases. These gases are going to expose you to lung cancers. There are people who work in the fields spraying chemicals like herbicides and pesticides on the crops. Exposure to that is going to expose you to lung cancer and even other cancers. Asbestos. that we are getting from most of the sufurias that are non-sticky, that we are getting from the roofs, that, and also ionizing radiation. Part of the ionizing radiation are the x-rays. Oh, unajua mimi nasikia kama niko na pneumonia, unaingia x-ray, unapigwa x-ray. Pigwa x-ray three times a year. What are you trying to look for? Every year you're getting 3 x-rays. And then now kidogo you are unable to breathe. So therefore asbestos is there. Irradiation like ionizing radiations are there. Exposure to the microwaves all the time, they are there. There is this radioactive iodine that people use to actually treat the thyroid problems is there. So be very cautious about the things that you do on a daily basis. You need a basic life. It is easy to live a basic life. You don't need a lot of things in your life. Even the diets, you don't need a variety of foods. You need foods that will feed your body with the nutrients. So you don't need a variety of foods that mingi. Oh, mara unataka biryani, sahi unakula mchele ya white, mara mchele ya brown, mara unataka pilau. Hiyo yote ni mchele, ni kitu moja. Angusha hiyo, umeshaangusha a lot of things. Anyway, we have chemical pollutions and pollutants like even diesel, the exhaust that is coming from these vehicles. Nowadays, all of us are buying vehicles. Well, there's something called silica, exposure to silica problems. We have people who have rheumatoid arthritis. Very high chance they might end up getting this problem because autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, not only will they exacerbate you getting this condition, they will even increase the rate of inflammation. Therefore, they help the disease or the cancer to spread. Remember, we said cancer spreads so fast through inflamed tissues, right? So rheumatoid arthritis is there. TB, every time you have recurrent TB, is a risk factor. Heavy metals. Which heavy metal do you know? I've told you about the ones that are in skin lightening products. Chalk dust, chewy. Chalk dust is coming in as a pollutant. Okay? So it's actually part of the pollutants and the chemicals. Mercury is there, lead is there. Thank you for the answers. So you people know these things. And these are things that are part of our products. Our skin products have mercury. The skin lightening products, they have mercury. Go and see. Even the things that we use, I believe, because belief hails from a scent of doubt, I believe they have ruled out that feeling, the dental feeling, which was amalgam. Amalgam was a problem. Parabens, but parabens are not heavy metals, but parabens are things that actually expose us to mutations. There is one thing that I need you to know. The firewood for cooking. Hey bwana. Wacha hizo bwana. You have another one called uranium. Arsenic is there, which is part of the tampons. But anyway, let me tell you something about the heavy metals. There is a compound that is mostly used in most of our products to actually give color. Okay? So if you read on any product that has a color, anything that looks red or blue and it has a color, mostly red things, and you read the ingredients and you see something called titanium trioxide or titanium dioxide, please drop it. Hello? Go into that kitchen right now. Somebody saying Teflon on cooking pots. Yes. Teflon is something that's going to expose you to a lot of problems. Now, remember, as you're mentioning those causes, understand that lung cancer can come in secondary to other cancers. Look at your products in that kitchen or in that house. If you see something called titanium trioxide or titanium dioxide, allow me to check one product that is very obvious in your houses so that you can actually check it. Just give me a minute. Let me just see. I want to see one. I know. This is part of most of the things that we have in our households. Titanium dioxide. It is mostly in our paints. Zile tunatumia kupaka rangi. It is in the sunscreens that you people are using. Umeenda Mombasa hii holidays, ndio umepaka sunscreen. Yes. Oh no, my sunscreen has titanium dioxide. Njoki, you got it. It is in the sunscreens. And when I tell you about these things, you people ignore. Titanium dioxide or titanium trioxide. Let me mention another thing. I have to make sure some of it is in the hand wash. Zile vitu mnatumia kwa kuosha mkono na kusanitize. I don't want to mention them because if I mention them, there's somebody who will get upset. It is in those chewing gums that most people are using that have a lot of colors. Well, I chew gum to make sure that my mouth is fresh. Tim could chew gum to make sure that my mouth is fresh. And your mouth has to be fresh because you've chewed gum. You just taken sugar and titanium trioxide. Oh, this is so crazy, my friends. There's another thing that I'm so sure it has it. Let me just confirm. Let me just confirm before I say this. I must confirm that it's there. It must be there. You guys, there are a lot of bleaching soaps. Yes, I've actually seen bleaching soap here. I must have seen it on some toothpaste brand. I must have seen it. I must have seen it. Let's continue. So as you read the ingredients on every product that you're taking, please make sure you go to the ingredient labels and read it keenly. If any case it has more than 4 ingredients, just drop it. Food colors are part of that, I'm telling you. And this titanium trioxide or dioxide is actually used as a colorant in most of the medicines, in most of the commercial toothpastes, and in most of the food coloring, the foods that have colors. Oh, you will thank me. You will thank me. You don't need a chewing gum to have fresh breath. You need healthy diets. You need to use salt or coconut oil or bicarbonate soda for brushing your teeth. You need to change your diets.